Don't mind my garage being a mess. We've got a new camper coming in for our little lake plot that we have at this like little campground lake place. So my garage is a mess. But to explain kind of what's been going on as I kind of disappear here and there, you can see I've got some interior paneling and some heat stuff going on with the heat gun. It's removing some of the stickers that are molded out on like these panels, and I've already taken the heat gun and did all these panels that are in this pile, removed all the moldy stickers and foam from all these, and even the door cards, cleaned this up, got all the, like that extra fuzziness off. You can see like a pile of some of the stuff. I got some new door speakers for the front doors. I need to get ones for the backs. These are still the original OEMs. But I got the radio over there, all the bolts and nuts for all the interior stuff going on. But been gone for a while because I've been really focusing on trying to get this car on the road. Um, so let's make a little update other than what's going on with all the panels that are being stickered and removed, and kind of tell you what's happened so far. So here is my Mini. It's an '03 R50 base model. Yes, I understand that this looks like crap. I originally tried to paint these white. It did not go well. The white was not taking well, so I just painted them black. They look like crap, but I did all this in the middle of the winter, so it kind of bubbled, and that's all my dumb self for doing that. But we're going to start from the back. Currently, as of right now, our thing is held with a bungee cord because our latch for the door, for some reason, does not want to cooperate. So I'm trying to figure that out. We had to put this fart can on here because it was all me and my homie that helped had laying around, and then we took like a little Y pipe from the Camaro because it was all jankily held together, and it needs redone anyways, and took an elbow and fixed this and put some clamps on it and put a little exhaust hanger to hold it up. It looks stupid and it sounds weird, but it's better than it being shooting into my thingy and whatnot, because this car, I didn't know that the handbrake wasn't fully working, and because I did brand new brakes, found out, oh, the rotors are trashed. So I went back, took out all the brake stuff, put in the rotors, put back in the brake stuff. Still doesn't work. So I was like, all right, well, now we got a stretched cable. So, well, when we were trying to figure all that out and trying to figure out why it wasn't working, and until we figured out, well, one, that this was all trashed anyways and needed replaced, and that the handbrake was also, needed the cable. It kind of put itself in the ditch, put its muffler against its tire. When I chopped it off, it was shooting straight into the tire, and this is what we just was able to come up with. I've had to rebuild a key for the car because the key legitimately just split in half and was not working. So I had to rebuild an entire key for it. And Volkswagen, BMW, and Mini Cooper do not offer rebuilt keys. They won't make new keys for them. So I had to buy a shell off of Amazon, switch over all the motherboarding, and then have the blank metal piece cut to repair my key. Then I had to do a power steering pump in it. And I had to do an oil change because it sat for 2 years. I mean, I did paint a couple of things here and there and touch up some paint, get rid of some more of like the chrome here and there that I did, because I blacked out this bumper pieces, and I blacked out these finally because they were like a weird unpainted. I touched up the paint on these because they were rusty. I did the paint on that, and of course the mirrors. Paint on here with all this and this. I tried to, this side, I tried to, do something cool with like a little M for the Mini. It's not really going all that well, but I thought it'd be something kind of a cool little, thing to do. But our main problem, which I need to remember that this is like that, so I'll have to come out and do that. But as you see, my interior is gutted. I did put back in this skeleton a day or two ago because I had to rip out all of the carpeting and foam that was up in behind all this panel working and stuff like that. So I'm gonna have to figure out something. I'm in the process of trying to put it back together, as you can see. But I definitely got a little project on my hands here with this interior. We're slowly getting it back together, slowly making progress. I'm not really using anything. Like I said, I'm gonna put new speakers in. I'm gonna put all new clothing around like the shifter and the handbrake. I'm not even gonna use the steering wheel. Like I'm not gonna reuse the seats because the seats, like this rear one, has mold stains still underneath it, and I just don't want to trust any of this or even this, because you can see where at one point there was moss kind of growing on the steering wheel, which is nasty. But this is kind of where we're currently at. This is kind of everything that I've had to go through to get it to where we're at right now. Then that brings us to the car that we don't talk a lot about, but the Camaro. The Camaro is a 95 with a 3.4 that was swapped out with a 92 Corvette motor that was then carbureted, and the rear end is out of a 99 with a 3.8, so that way we could convert it to basically these, but in the back. And the motor was covered up, and since my dumbass dremeled out these fake vents to be real, water got in there, flooded out the motor. That was half torn apart, even though it was all covered up and whatnot. And at that point, I just kind of was like, whatever, I give up. I'm not going to deal with it. It's already flooded. I tried unflooding it and unflooding it, and it keeps flooding out with the rain here and there. And it's just like, all right, I'm done. So I don't know what I want to do with the whole motor situation. If I can bore it out to a, 55, 83, whatever, find something to do with that. But this is the car that I've had for a while. I've had this since I was 16, actually. I'm 24. And kind of just have done a lot of work to this. That panel is out because I need to put the jack back in here. The emergency jack. But I've put a lot of love and work into this itself. It's not the most beautiful rat rod, but it definitely is a fun car. Might as well. Damn. But this is kind of our little setup. It's kind of a spaghetti noodle mess right now. It was all like hurried up and put together because of the gender reveal burnout that I used it for my kid. Got some custom rat rod license plate, airbox system, but it's kind of my little pain in the butt. And here soon, I'm hoping to be able to start working on this thing again this year. Most of my time will be spent on mostly this because it is my daily, and I do need to try and get it put back together as fast as possible. With that being said, I still want to, like I said, work on this though. I want to start putting content on this of me tearing it apart, getting it dealt with the motor situation, and just trying to get this kind of basically back on the road and be able to have it as a fun little cruiser. I know that these came stock with 350s and stuff like that, but I have a friend who said that if the 350 in this from the Corvette is not usable, that they have an older school Corvette 327 that I could temporarily put in here while I'm finding out what I want to do with the motor that's currently in it, or until I can save up for the motor I actually want to put, which is an 83 in here. 83 stroker. So yeah, this is kind of like little update of what's been kind of going on, why I've been gone yet again, because I seem to disappear a lot. But it's kind of because I get really too focused on like my cars, and since I'm by myself, I don't have anyone to, record while I'm, you know, changing brakes, changing oil, doing, you know, really anything. I kind of just got to focus on getting stuff done, and then, well, recording and doing updates of what's been done afterwards. But, I'm going to be trying to post on here more often. I know I say that and then I disappear, but I really want to start trying to build this channel a little bit because I enjoy cars, and I feel like this would be a fun way to, you know, share my love for cars, and maybe even help people as they see my car being built, give them ideas on things that they could, use for temporary fixes, or if they even have the same car as me, be able to be like, oh, wow, okay, so that's how that works. Okay, I've been wondering that kind of ordeals. Um, a lot's been going on though with, not only me trying to get the car on the road, but the Mini Cooper, as I was working on it one day, gave me a concussion and had me down for a whole week. And then my son was in the hospital for a couple days, and he had a seizure, and I was making sure that he was all right, and I've been making sure that he's okay. And I've been having to spend a lot of time with him on my days that I have him, and making sure, that he's doing okay, and he's recovering well, and he's been doing really good. I'm really proud of him. But that's kind of like my little update on how life's been, where I'm trying to, get to with some of the stuff that I've got going on with these projects. And hopefully here soon we can, maybe by summer be able to really start diving deep into these cars, and especially that Camaro. The sun is so bright, it's hurting my eyes. But there's my little update, and yeah, peace for now.